House awaits as it's high school wrestling between the host Claymont Mustangs and the New Philadelphia Quakers. I'm Scott Robinson along with Jason Wallach. Jason, two teams that really can wrestle. Mustangs been state champs in the past. They're taking on the Quakers, and it should be a good one.
It should be. I think Claymont's got some real good lower weights. I think New Philly's got some pretty decent upper weights, and depending on what happens there in some of those middle weights, it could be a real interesting night.
We'll come back. We'll talk to both coaches on the Allison Lehigh Insurance Coaches Corner Show. So stay with us right here on Big Time Sports. And back on the Allison Lehigh Insurance Coaches Corner Show with head coach Eric Tokanen of the Claymont Mustangs. Coach, season's off to a pretty good start.
We've been really happy with this season. Last couple of years, we struggled a little bit, put a lot of work in the off season. Anywhere from 30 to 50 matches in the off season really helped us. Going to off-season workouts and camps, and just really proud of the work habits of these kids, and it's shown during the season.
You're strong all throughout the lineup, but the lower to middle weights have really helped you out a lot this year.
No doubt about it. Our younger guys have come through. We have a nice mixture of 6 seniors and some real nice and talented underclassmen. So that combination, right now, I would have to say kind of a surprising season considering where we were at last year.
You're wrestling New Philadelphia tonight, one of the better teams that you'll probably wrestle this season. Tell us a little bit about your concerns about the Quakers.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is my 31st year coaching and my 25th year as head coach here at Claymont. And I can tell you there's nothing better than hometown rivalries. And New Philadelphia brings a lot of emotion to the table. We have to meet that emotion. If we don't, we could find ourselves in trouble.
Good luck with tonight's match.
Thank you.
Head coach Eric Tokanen of the Claymont Mustangs. We'll have more in a moment. Stay with us on the Allison Lehigh Insurance Coaches Corner Show here on Big Time Sports. And back on the Allison Lehigh Insurance Coaches Corner Show with head coach Dave Clarkson of the New Philadelphia Quakers. Coach, I'll tell you what a great atmosphere for a wrestling match.
Oh, you can't ask for anything better than this. We have great fans on both sides of this gym right here, and you can't ask for anything more than being here in the pit underneath this spotlight right now.
What about your match tonight with the Claymont? What are the Quakers going to have to do well throughout all the weight classes?
Well, we're going to have to do a lot of things well. I mean, they don't have any holes in their lineup at all, and that's a testament to Coach Tokanen and his staff. Every year in and year out, they're one of the tops, and that's by no mistake. I mean, they do things right.
Season's off to a good start. Tell us how it's gone with the matches up to this point.
We've been tested early on. I mean, there've been no weekends off, no weeks off for us. So. It's been a good test for us. We've shown some things we have to work on, but we've been working hard to correct them, and hopefully it shows tonight.
Good luck tonight's match.
Thank you.
Head coach Dave Clarkson of the New Philadelphia Quakers. That has been the Allison Lehigh Insurance Coaches Corner Show. Stay with us for the start of our match in a moment here on Big Time Sports. And Claymont Mustangs put their perfect mark on the line against the New Philadelphia Quakers. The Mustangs come in ranked 8th in the latest statewide poll, and they have really, Jason Wallach, just blistered people along the way.
They have. They're 4-0 in their 4 dual matches, and really have not had a close dual match this year. So it'll be interesting here tonight to see how things start out at the 140-pound weight class, and right there in that middle, as we talked about during the interviews, seeing how things go for New Philadelphia, and then getting right into their heavyweights. So
it'll be Jeremy Regula for the Mustangs and Jeremy Renner for New Philadelphia in our first match at 140. We'll come back with that match for you in a moment. Stay with us right here on Big Time Sports. The house is rocking as the Mustangs get ready to take the mat against the New Philadelphia Quakers. We'll start at the 140-pound weight class, Jason. One of the things that's going to set up is the Mustangs may get stronger as the match moves on through our 14 individual matches.
Yeah, especially when you look at some of New Philadelphia's wrestlers in the middleweight, 7-9, Corey Ayers, Travis Weiger getting his first varsity match this evening, Justin Van Fossen 14-5. But then when you eventually get back to the top of the lineup, going back to some of Claymont's younger guys who've really come a long way this year with Wayne Garbrandt at 103, who's 13-1, and then Cody Garbrandt at 112, who's also 13-1. So It's going to be an interesting evening here this evening.
The lineup's being introduced. That gives us time to tell you that everyone needs auto insurance. The Allison Lehigh Insurance Agency and Ohio Mutual Insurance Group can provide you with the finest in auto insurance. Whether you drive an economy, compact, or luxury sedan, they have it all at the Allison Lehigh Insurance Agency, and Ohio Mutual Insurance Group can also help you with the protection you need at an affordable price. Give the Allison Lehigh Insurance Agency a call today at 330-343-7033. The introduction's wrapping up, and we should be in for a good one. We were concerned a little bit about an injury to Justin Hughes at the 171-pound weight class, but he will wrestle tonight after suffering a setback earlier this week. So the two teams meeting at the mat, and what a great atmosphere. You know, you got the single light over the mat. It presents some challenges for our production crew, but man, is it great.
What a great environment. This is the first time I've been in the Claymont High School gymnasium, let alone for a wrestling match. I guess I'm getting a great welcome here with a great environment. It's going to be a hostile
environment. You thought everybody was here for you, didn't they?
Yeah. It's a little different from when we wrestled over at the old pit.
So the captain's meeting on the mat here as we get ready to go. 3 2-minute periods. And Jason's going to be a huge help to give us some assistance with the scoring and the holds and the maneuvers and all that good stuff, the strategy of wrestling. A really pretty interesting sport. I have to admit, I haven't seen many matches, but looking forward to this one just because of the atmosphere and the way everybody's fired up. A huge crowd from New Philly and even bigger crowd for the Claymont Mustangs.
I'll do my best and see what I can do here to help you out, Scott.
Jeremy Regula, a 9-3 mark. Jeremy Renner, 9-8 for the Quakers. Coach Eric Tokinen says that Jeremy Regula was second at the Barnesville tournament, a state qualifier last year, and we're underway. So they'll bring it back on the mat.
Regula coming out real aggressive there, looking for the high crotch, and drove Renner right off the mat. But we're going to go back into the center circle, no takedown.
So we get ready to go, just 4 seconds into this first period. First match of the night, the 140-pounders. As the two just at a standstill here, looking for an advantage. And again, they'll come back into the ring, and onto the mat. Anything outside of the white perimeter of the circle is outside of the wrestling area, and they'll bring it back into the middle. So neither one really, Jason, at this point has much of an advantage here.
No, they're just kind of, feeling each other out right now, trying to get a good feel for them. And once these guys settle down a little bit right now, the emotions are running high. It's the first match of the evening here in this cross-county rival, and it's going to be interesting. Coach Clarkson, I know, talked about keeping up with Claymont's emotions, and it'll be interesting to see here which Jeremy scores the first takedown here.
So they're still tied up as we head into the final minute of this first period of the first match. No score here on the Groves Towing Service scoreboard. 308 Tows. Give Josh Grove a call if you need a tow.
Got a little stalemate there again. Going to go back to the center of the circle.
Time Jeremy Renner doing a good job not allowing Jeremy Regula to get the upper hand so far. And again, they'll work off the mat. You have to think about the way this program has just really evolved with Mel Peters and then to Eric Tokinen. There was a seamless transition, and the Mustangs really have built on that, including a state championship team. New Philadelphia, Coach Jack Nutter had been there for a long time, and now Dave Clarkson has taken over and really hasn't skipped a beat either.
And I believe Claymont State Championship was in 1992. I believe they've had 3 state champions. Right there, Jeremy Renner was hit with the stalling for backing up from Jeremy Regula's aggressiveness.
So the final 9 seconds of the first period. And this first period is going to come to a close, and we do not get a score in that first period. And we may have an injury.
Got blood. We got an blood timeout here. Jeremy Regula's got a little blood, I believe, on the lip.
So they will quickly tend to him here, as we have no score here, as they're just about ready to head to the second period. And
it's going to be Jeremy Regula's choice here. I believe he chose the neutral position.
so we are ready to go. I think it's more than just the bloody lip that's bothering Jeremy Regula.
There's a little blood on the mat here. We got to get that cleaned up.
This is not the WWE stuff that you see. This is the real deal. And they'll have to get the mat cleaned up as we get ready to go here with Renner and Regula. The second period of the 140-pound match. And we want to tell you that excitement has finally come back to the World Wide Web thanks to the most exciting website in the world. Jason Wallach checks it every day, www.bigtimesportsohio.com, because he likes Mellow Tones' picture on there. So there's a great way to see some high school schedules, to see some video clips of recent games, and even a way to buy a DVD copy of those games. Log on to www.bigtimesportsohio.com soon and take a look for yourself as we get the first score of the match.
I believe Regula took down there, and Renner lost control, so Regula is up 1-0.
So we've got the 1-0 score here with Regula in control right now. It's tough to come back. You get popped in the face like that sometimes. It's you have to shake that off, and he's done a pretty good job here of it.
Renner's going to have to watch here, backing up again. He could get hit for another stalling, which will cost him another point. Jeremy Regula's been real aggressive.
Regula just moving Renner just about anywhere he wants to.
Nice duck under by Jeremy Regula. Nice counter by Renner to stop Regula from taking control.
So New Philadelphia in the red singlets.
Got a stalemate.
The Mustangs in the orange and white singlets. And we're headed into the final minute here of the second period, with Regula leading Renner 1-0.
Renner's going to get hit for a stalling here. He's got to really watch here. He's really backing off.
He's trying to stay on his feet, obviously, and he knows that Regula is a powerful wrestler, and he's just trying to hold his own.
There he is. He's hit for another stalling, which will cost him 1 point and put Jeremy Regula up 2-0.
So the Mustangs off to a good start here in this first match. They lead at 2-0. And Regula going after the legs of Renner. Now they're wrapped up. And back to the middle of the mat. 13 more to go after this one, as the Mustangs and Quakers set to battle. Final 10 seconds here of this second period. And Regula trying to take control here. He's already up 2-0. And again, off the mat. Wrestling area, and they'll head back to the middle.
1.2 seconds here. Gonna go. Looks like we're gonna go to the third period with Jeremy Regula leading Jeremy Renner of New Philadelphia 2-0.
And you see the young lady there walking past the camera with a stick with a padded foam rubber end on it. Why don't you tell us about that?
That's in these hostile environments, loud environments, at times the officials will not hear the horn go off on the scoreboard, so they always have a mat maid who comes out and taps the official to make sure they know that the period is over.
So we're into the third period here with Regula leading Renner 2-0. The Mustangs with the early lead in the first match.
Renner chose to take the bottom position here. He's got to work to score. He is down 2-0. Jeremy Regula hoping to ride him out here or work for a pinning combination.
And there are 6 points per match, is that correct?
Yes.
So when this is over, they will, one or the other, will get 6 points.
Pin is worth 6 points. A technical fall is worth 5 points, team points. A major decision is worth 4 points, and then a regular decision is worth 3. So the way this match is going right now, if it ends up just being a decision, 10 points or less, Claymont will be up 3-0. Lots of time left. There's 1:22 left here in the third period. The tight score, 2-0. Anything can happen yet.
Again, we have a timeout as there was some blood found on the mat, and they will start again here.
I believe Renner's bleeding from the nose as well as Regula from the lips. So
that's what you'd expect when these two teams get together. Renner really trying to find a way to escape and hasn't been able to muster up the energy yet. And Regula trying to make something happen. Trying to flip Renner to get some points.
got a potential dangerous there. When a wrestler has a opposition in a potential dangerous hold, the referee will immediately stop the match. No points are given. It's just potential dangerous to protect the safety of the young wrestler.
You have to be ready on the restarts, that's for sure.
Yes, sir. First move. First move. We do have 1 point escape for Jeremy Renner. It's 2-1 here, 53 seconds to go here in the third period.
So how does that affect Regula now? How is he going to wrestle the rest of this period to try and pick up a win?
Well, Regula's smart. He's going to wrestle smart here, and hopefully there's, as Renner tried to throw him, Regula countered the throw and was able to get 2 takedown, puts him up 4-1. But Jeremy Regula just needs to wrestle a smart match here now. Got an illegal hold. Full Nelson. We're going to go 1 point to Jeremy Renner, and that is going to now be 4-2, and Coach Tokinen wants an explanation.
So even in wrestling, you can get an explanation from the referee.
Yes, sir. At the head table.
So we will head back to action here. 4-2. Regula with the lead over Renner. Regula there in the orange and white singlet. Renner in the red.
And that 1 point could come back to haunt Jeremy Regula. He just got to keep control here and ride Jeremy Renner out for 22 seconds. Gets in any kind of trouble, he's got to kick him and just let him go. Got a potential dangerous there. Renner came up with Regula on the back. Both of Jeremy Regula's feet were off the ground, so the referee again stopped the match because of potential dangerous.
So now it's a matter of just holding on and not letting Renner escape over the final 15 seconds here.
Looks like Claymont's going to take an early 3-0 lead here in the 140-pound weight class. 6.4 seconds left on the clock. Jeremy Regula just has to be smart here.
Only 7 seconds to go. And a near pin there. And that is going to do it as the Claymont Mustangs are going to win the first match 4-2 over the New Philadelphia Quakers, and that'll give the Mustangs the early 3-0 lead in the match. So the next match, 145 pounds with Ryder Dines and Corey Ayers. They will hit the mat next.
Ryder Dines comes in this evening for Claymont at 8-4. Corey Ayers comes in for New Philadelphia at 7-9.
This is the 145-pound weight class.
Dines is just a junior compared to a senior for Corey Ayers.
So these two are hard at it here in the first period of their 3-period battle.
Dines takes the early control for the 2-point takedown. 2-0. Ryder Dines working on flattening out Corey Ayers. Trying to get a few near fall points here. No count as of yet.
Dines on the season at 8-40, was second at the recent Barnesville tournament.
Looks like Ryder is going to get 2 near fall points and then lead this match 4-0. There again, the wrestlers were outside the white line, so we're going to bring them back to the center of the circle. 4-0 Ryder Dines on top of Corey Ayers.
So Dines has dominated so far. With about halfway through this first period, the Mustangs lead the overall match 3-0.
Dines looks to be as somewhat of a leg rider here, trying to put the legs in on Corey Ayers, flatten him out, and just tilt him here for a few more back points here. 45 seconds to go here in the first period.
It's amazing the time and effort it takes to learn these moves, to correctly execute those moves, and to be able to just wrestle in general. It's a very aggressive sport.
It is. It's a lot of hard work these guys put in the off season. During the season, a lot of conditioning goes in to get these guys in shape. You know, you only wrestle 6 minutes, but it's normally a lot longer than that if you last all 3 periods because of all the starting and stopping.
So Dines in control, leading at 4-0 over Corey Ayers.
Looking for a cradle here.
And Dines still on top, trying to hold things together for another 16 seconds for what for him has been a pretty good first period, as he is up 4-0. So Dines in control here. And that is the end of the first period, as Ryder Dines in control over Corey Ayers, 4-0.
New Philadelphia's choice here. Corey Ayers defers to Ryder Dines, and Dines takes the bottom. So Corey Ayers will be in control here to start the second period.
Just the second match of 14. And we've seen some pretty good wrestling here so far in this one. Ryder Dines has really so far got the better of it as he leads 4-0.
Ryder's just waiting for Corey to make a mistake here. He's trying to counter what Corey does, and Corey, I believe, is waiting to see what Ryder does here. Not a whole lot of action going on right now. Got a caution stalling on Ryder Dines, and there we have one escape. Puts Ryder up 5-0.
So Dines being wrapped up there by Corey Ayers. And
no takedown yet, no takedown yet. We'd have 2 takedown Ryder Dines.
Dines nearly had him pinned while he was on his back.
2 takedown, 2 near fall for Ryder Dines, which puts him up 9-0. Corey Ayers going to get 1 point for escape. It's 9-1.
So the early match has gone the way of Ryder Dines here. And in the final minute here of the second period, Dines on top, Ayers on the bottom.
There we've got 2 takedown. Dines going to score 2:40 seconds left in the second period, puts him up 11-1. Ryder's got to watch himself. He almost pinned himself. Going to get 2 reversal here, I believe, by Corey Ayers, 11-3.
You know, when you're up 11-1, that's the last thing you want to do is get yourself pinned.
Yes.
Down in the final 18 seconds. Dines just trying to stay in control. He's got a big lead of the match at 11-3. And he's going to ride this period out and try and protect himself into the third period, as that's the end of the second period. 11-3. Ryder Dines with the lead over Corey Ayers in the 145-pound weight class. And we'll start this third period. Claymont looking for its second straight win in the match. As they won the earlier match, Jeremy Regula, a 4-2 winner over Jeremy Renner, putting 3 points on the board for the Mustangs overall. Scott Robinson and Jason Wallach bringing you all the action from Claymont High School as we wrestle under the single light in the Mustang gym. These two have really gone hard at it, and Ayers just has never been able to really score some points. So we get ready to wrestle again.
The referee giving Corey Ayers there an explanation. Corey just lost a point there again. I believe it was a full Nelson from the top position as he was trying to work around Ryder Dines and puts Dines up 12-3.
So Dines and Ayers continue to struggle for control. With 1:09 to go here in the third period, and Dines in control of this one.
Stalemate here. We're going to go back to the center of the circle. 1:01 left in the third period, with Dines leading Ayers 12-3.
Did you ever think of going into broadcasting?
No, thank you.
Stick with that football coaching, right?
We'll try.
So 12-3. The score here is Dines has been in control throughout. He took the early lead and has maintained it. Now just trying to hang on for another 38 seconds.
There's his 2 to put him up by 11.
So if the match ends in a decision like this, how many points will the Mustangs
This will
get?
be a major decision. This will be 4 points.
So Dines is going to ride this one out. As we get close here.
It's going to put, we just got a 2 reversal here for Corey Ayers to make it 14-5. Giving the victory to Ryder Dines, who will improve to 9-4 on the year.
And the score is 7-0. Claymont leading New Philadelphia. We'll be back with the next match in a moment. Stay with us on Big Time Sports. And we are back with our third match.
Matching up in the 152-pound weight class, Zach Garbrandt, 8-4 for the Claymont Mustangs versus Travis Weigert, who is 0-0 on the year.
So Weigert's done a good job for Zach Garbrandt has done a good job for the Mustangs, sophomore with an 8-4 mark.
I know talking with Coach Seibert here before the match, he spoke highly of Zach Garbrandt and his brother who wrestles at 112, Cody Garbrandt.
So Garbrandt up 2-0. Here with 1:14 to go in the 152-pound weight class. And so far, it's really been all Mustangs.
Garbrandt getting the back points there. Has earned himself at least a minimum of 3 back points. He's going to try to better himself here for a pin. He's got a great bridge out of Travis Weigert here. Takes a strong neck to hold not only your weight, but your opponent's weight as well. And Weigert is in big trouble here as Garbrandt gets a head and arm. Got to lift his head and keep him flat, his shoulders flat on the mat.
Getting close to our first pin of the match is Weigert. He is close. He is really trying to stay out of trouble. But he can only hold that bridge so long. 22 seconds to go in the period.
Garbrandt, only a sophomore at 8-4, just improved himself to 9-4 with a 6-point pin of Travis Weigert of New Philadelphia.
So that'll take our score to 13-0 over New Philadelphia. The Mustangs on top. So the pin actually ends up at what type of score is that for that particular match?
For that particular match, it gives Claymont 6 points, 16 points for the Pin. Pin is worth 6 team points.
So we are at 160.
160 is matching up a senior for New Philadelphia, Justin Van Fossen at 14-5, and he will be taking on a senior in Matt Bennington at 9-5.
Bennington 9-5 on the year. And we get the quick early score here as Bennington picks up a couple of points.
Bennington's got the near side cradle on Van Fossen. Earned himself 2 back points, make it 4-0. Justin Van Fossen did an excellent job of kicking out of the cradle, earning an escape point. It is 4-1. Matt Bennington on top of Justin Van Fossen of the New Philadelphia Quakers.
The Mustangs just continue to come after the Quakers. There's just been no let up.
They are aggressive. Claymont has been very aggressive here in the opening 4 matches. Aggressive and intense as Matt Bennington gets a quick 2-point takedown to lead 6-1. And again, that was a concern of Coach Clarkson of matching Claymont's intensity. And right now, Claymont is just taking the intensity and quieted New Philadelphia down here and out to a quick 13-0 lead.
You know, Coach Tokenen credits a lot of his success to his assistant coaches, Eric Seibert, also Chet Peters, Brett Peters, Travis Poland, Bob Johnson, and Jamie Warner. They have all been a part of this program to really make it go.
You know, you look at those names, and all of those guys were very successful at Claymont. You got Justin Van Fossen, who just reverses Matt Bennington, pins him in the cradle, and puts New Philadelphia on the scoreboard to make the team score Claymont 13, New Philadelphia 6.
So just that quickly, it's over. Philly gets its first win. And they get back in the match, trailing 13-6. So we're up to the 171-pound weight class. Jared Kenziorski for the Mustangs and Justin Hughes for the Quakers.
No, there was some question whether Justin would wrestle this evening or not. Sat out last weekend due to some injuries. I think Justin's excited to be on the mat here tonight. 7-2 coming in against you can pronounce that one. Gendazorski at 3-4. Sorry about that, Jared.
Yeah, we'll just call him Jared from here on
That'll
in.
work. That'll work.
A lot of these kids, two-sport athletes as well, so they have a lot of athleticism. And this, as the weights get higher, it gets tougher too. So we are underway with the first period of the 170-pound weight class.
Hughes gets a 2-point takedown there, right on the edge of the mat, and leads Genzorski 2-0.
So the Quakers a little bit in their wheelhouse here. They've done well at the weight class of 160, and now at 171. They're up 2-0 here in the first period of this match. Hughes, a senior, Kenziorski, a sophomore. And sometimes that extra experience makes a difference as well.
It does. When you get two more years of experience, you know, you're talking 30, 35, even maybe 40 matches a year. You know, you get 80 more matches than your opponent. You know, you learn a lot in those 80 matches.
The fifth match is underway here between the Quakers and the Mustangs at Claymont High School. Scott Robinson and Jason Wallach bringing you the action. The team score, the Mustangs are leading the Quakers 13-6. And Kenziorski is having some trouble trying to get out of that hole with Justin Hughes. So we'll see what's next here.
Jared just taking his time here trying to break down Hughes just taking his time here and trying to break down Jared and wrestling smart here with a 2-0 lead late in the first period.
Final 23 seconds and counting here in this first period. Quakers are up in this one 2-0.
Claymont looking for a 2-point reversal. They are going to get two. Jared gets a 2-point reversal and 2 near fall points here to end the first period, leading 4-2.
So the Mustangs, Jared Kenziorski, comes back there late in the period to take the 4-2 lead over Justin Hughes. Couple of quick moves there to end the period.
Yeah, just Scott Justin just being a little too aggressive there, not wrestling a real smart match with short time left. He was riding out Gendazorski there in the period, and toward the end of the period there, he should have just rode him out and tried not to be so aggressive.
Quick point there, too, for Hughes.
Yes, instead he finds himself now trailing 4-3 instead of being up 2-0.
In that case, why give up that point?
That case there, they just wanted to get back on his feet. He feels more comfortable of wrestling Hughes on his feet, so he just took the option of kicking Hughes, but kind of comes back to haunt him here as Hughes gets a 2-point takedown.
So 7-4 is the score. Actually, it's 5-4.
I would say I believe that scoreboard is wrong. It's 5-4. It's going to change here though, as Hughes has Jared on his back. He's going to earn himself 2 back points there. Did not get the 5 count, so he's going to earn 2. Now he is leading 7-4.
Final minute of the second period of the 170-pound weight class match between Jared Kenziorski and Justin Hughes. And we've seen a very competitive match so far through the first 5 matches.
Again, there, Kenziorski is looking for a little butcher here to put Hughes on his back. Getting some back points here at the end of the period. Just needs to be smart here and not get too high. As he did earn his 5 count there on his back to earn himself 3 points, and Hughes now leads 10-4.
We're winding down this second period, I should say. And that's one thing that's happened here is, the last couple of matches have pretty much stayed on the mat. We haven't had a lot of kickouts where they've had to restart the match.
Yeah, in the upper weights, a lot of times, they're slower. Obviously, the guys are bigger, a little bit, not quite as quick as the little guys, and tend to go a little bit quicker here, with the clock not stopping as much. Justin Hughes is going to get a little tilt here on Jared Kendziorski to finish the first period, earn himself 2 more back points to go up 12-4.
So it's 12-4. Overall, the match, the Mustangs leading the Quakers 13-6. That could change here pretty dramatically.
Yeah, this would be big for New Philadelphia.
But as we've talked about, we started at the 140-pound weight class. We're actually going to circle through to where the Mustangs will be the strongest toward the end of the match.
They changed that a few years back here. They actually draw a card or a pill to see which weight class they start at. I believe they changed that just so the pressure wasn't always on the heavier weights. When I wrestled, it used to be at 103. You always started at 103 and wrestled all the way through heavyweight. Since then, they've also added, my senior year, they added the 215-pound weight class. So there has been quite a few changes, along with the overtime change this year, the weight management change this year.
I was going to ask you about that. That's really a big thing.
Yeah, the state is, the state's doing all they can to protect these young guys from cutting too much weight, to make sure their body fat's up, to make sure their hydration's up. Just precautions to protect these young gentlemen.
14-4, Hughes with another 2 points. And we're down to the final minute here of the third period. This one going to be wrapped up shortly, and really, Kendziorski's only option to win this one is a pin.
Yeah, Justin just needs to wrestle smart here. Right now, he's got a 10-point lead. That's going to give New Philadelphia another 4 points.
Hughes just staying on top. And they'll restart here. Both coaches, a lot of experience on the sidelines, and it's an emotional sport, no doubt about it. Technique also critical in a lot of these holds that they're trying to execute here tonight.
Yeah, you can have a lot of strength in wrestling, but you've got to have technique if you're going to be a good wrestler. Strength always helps, but conditioning is a very big thing in wrestling, and along with technique.
So Ken Ziorski in trouble here. Final 14 seconds of this third period. And the Mustangs going to drop one here to the Quakers. They're going to come up big here in this 171-pound weight class.
Justin Hughes is going to improve to 8-2 on the year, earn himself a major decision over Jared Ziorski, and put Claymont lead now at only 13-10.
Hey, affordable elegance at its best. Visit Fenton's Festival of Lights and discover the unique selection of affordable lighting for your home. Known for their quality and style, you can visit Fenton's Festival of Lights on Ray Avenue Northwest in New Philly. At Fenton's Festival of Lights, you'll see for yourself a world of style to fit your home.
The 189-pound weight class here is going to match up Dave Schlarb, a junior from New Philadelphia, against Tyler Abule, a senior from Claymont.
So these two will have at it with the Mustangs clinging to a 3-point team lead at 13-10.
Very close records here on the year. Abule is 10-4, and Schlarb is 10-5. I believe this is Coach Dave Schlarb's son, an assistant coach for the New Philadelphia Quakers, along with Blake Miller and Jeff Farrow.
Coach Tokinen says that Abule's a great leader with a lot of heart. He was having a great season last year until he was injured, which ended his season. So he's got something to prove, and you've got to think it was a knee injury with when you look at the brace on his right knee.
That would be my guess. I don't know for sure, but looks like it's got that possible ACL, MCL tear brace on the right leg protecting the knee. I think that's a pretty good
guess, huh?
Yes.
For Dr. Robinson?
Yes, sir.
No score here in the 189-pound match between Tyler Abule and Dave Schlarb. Heading into the final 44 seconds of this first period. I haven't seen a lot of pins. I thought maybe we'd see action both ways, but so far 2 pins, I guess.
Abule kind of took a little bit of a lazy shot there, and Schlarb was able to sprawl back and protect his legs and stop Abule from getting the 2-point takedown.
Winding down the first period of this match at the 189-pound weight class. Like we talked earlier, it's amazing that you can get high school kids at 103 and 112 and 119. That's pretty slim.
It is, and you think about the junior high where there's 15 weight classes. When they move up to high school, there's 14 weight classes, and I believe when you move on to the collegiate level, there are only 10 weight classes at the collegiate level.
Takes a lot of skill, too, to be a wrestling official. I mean, you have to be looking for a lot of different things.
Yeah, the official, especially in a big match like this, you got a very experienced official out there this evening. It can be a little rough, with making a bad call in a packed house like this, and coaches and all the excitement. And
I think the Mustang faithful are a little bit concerned because they are not running away with this one. The house has been a little quiet.
It has been right now. It's and again, as we talked before the match, we're going to see how the middleweight classes develop. The heavyweight, the heavier weights. New Philadelphia may have the advantage a little bit, and Claymont may have the advantage in the lower weights. So if Claymont can stay close here and pull 1 or 2 off in the lower weight classes, it could make for an excited evening, Scott.
So Schlarb and Abiel ready to go at it again. Schlarb in the red and the brown and orange is Abiel. And it's just amazing to see this many people at a wrestling match. It's terrific. We're going to have an Edison Claymont wrestling match coming up in about 2 weeks. We'll also have the Dover New Philly wrestling match coming up on February 1st. You also can get a second chance at watching this one on replay on Saturday the 13th at 9 a.m. on Channel 99. A minute remaining here in the second period. No score between these two wrestlers in the 189-pound weight class.
Just as you said, it was nice and quiet, Scott. You know, as this got ourselves a tight match here, 0-0. The Claymont faithful are getting on their feet here, stomping the bleachers as David Schlarb loses control of Tyler Abiel and takes the lead. Tyler Abiel takes the lead 1-0.
That's a big point in a match like this. That can be the difference. A lot of wrestling time left with 37 seconds to go here in the second period. A third 2-minute period yet to come. If both wrestlers can get out of this one unscathed. A lot of action, just trying to figure out and outsmart the other guy right now. As they'll go back to the center of the mat here with 4 seconds to go. And that is the end of the second period. 1-0 Tyler Abiel leading Schlarb. And overall, the Mustangs with a 13-10 lead over the New Philadelphia Quakers. Scott Robinson and Jason Wallach bringing you the action here from Claymont High School.
Schlarb chose a down position here to start the third period. Does get his 1-point escape. We have a tie match here at 1-1, just starting the third period.
So this one could go right down to the final buzzer. As the two have worked hard here in this one. Two evenly matched wrestlers. Really just a lot of posturing, trying to figure out the next maneuver so that they can counter it. As we get down to 1:15 to go here in the third period. The match tied at 1-1 between Tyler Abiel and Dave Schlarb. Not a lot of scoring in this one.
Still tied up 1-1 here. 1 minute to go here in the third period. New Philadelphia's David Schlarb looking to get the decision and tie this match back up at 13-all.
So Abiel being held right now by Schlarb, and another stalemate, so they'll start over again.
Right now, both are just trying to work for that inside control, inside tie on their feet. Hopefully set up a takedown here as we come inside 30 seconds in the third period.
The third period of the 189-pound match, tied up in 1-1.
Schlarb was hit with a caution for stalling.
Just trying to get out of this period with a tie, or if he can get a lucky, pull out a win.
There, nice little shuck by right there by David Schlarb, looking for a 2-point takedown. He's got the double, and he's got one leg, and there's two, but it was right at the end of the period. We find ourselves in a 1-minute overtime here. Now, Scott, we will go to 1-minute overtime if one of the two wrestlers gets a takedown. In this minute, they will win this match. If not, we will go to a second and third overtime, which both will be 30-second periods.
So you got to think the action might pick up a little bit here.
It may get a little noisy in here in these next 47 seconds.
And if you see your screen move from our up camera, you'll know exactly what's happening. The faithful have started to pound the seats with the feet. But some great action there on the floor.
David just got to be careful. He has been hit with a caution for stalling. He does not want to lose this match because of a stalling call.
Getting down to the 20-second mark. I don't think that's a call the official would want to necessarily make to end a match like this.
No, not at all. Not at all. Again, Schlarb shooting in there for a double leg takedown. Nice sprawl by Tyler Abule. Final 10 seconds here of the third period of the 189, actually of the fourth period, the first overtime of the 189-pound weight class. And it looks like we're going to go to a 30-second double overtime.
So we'll set it up for the second overtime.
Referee will flip the red and green coin, and it will be New Philadelphia's choice. Now David has the choice of taking top or bottom or deferring. He defers over to Tyler Abule. Tyler is going to take the bottom.
And he's been very effective starting out in the bottom position here.
He has. Now, if I understand it right, this rule just changed this year. If Tyler scores a point, 1 point in this 30-second period, David will have the option in the next overtime to see if he can score a point. No control change. We're going to go back to the center of the circle. 18 seconds left here in the fifth period, or the second overtime.
That was pretty close right there.
That was extremely close. It's one of those judgmental calls that no official wants to make.
Well, the momentum has gone to Tyler Abule. And looks like we could go to another overtime period, but this one
is a two reversal. He
reversal.
scores 2 points to make it 3-1. So right now, Abule is up 3-1. Now, we are going to go to a sixth period or a third overtime. David Schlarb is going to take the bottom. David Schlarb is going to take the bottom. He must score at least 2 points to tie this back up to send it to a sudden death. If not, then Tyler Abule will win the match.
Well, there's going to have to be a lot of action here as
there's one, so it's 3-2. If Schlarb scores the takedown, he wins this match 4-3.
Down to 15 seconds.
Got a stalemate. We're going back to the center of the circle. 3-2. Tyler Abule leaves David Schlarb here in the third overtime. Schlarb got to hit desperation sit out now. Looks like Tyler Abule is going to put the Claymont Mustangs up 16-10 and improve to 11-4 on the year.
So he has picked up a hard-fought victory. That was the best match so far.
What a match. What a match, Scott. You come to a high school wrestling match where they go to not one, not two, but 3 overtimes.
So the next match will be at 215 pounds. It'll be Bobby Gray for the Claymont Mustangs and Thomas Vanetta for the New Philly Quakers, and we are ready to go.
Bobby Gray is a senior coming in at 7-4, and Thomas Vanetta is a senior coming in at 3-11.
Coach Tokinen says that he gives the team experience in the upper weights and also can be an outstanding wrestler as we get our first points of the match.
Bobby Gray with a quick 2-point takedown here of Thomas Vanetta. Trying to bar him up here. Run a half Nelson's going to work him to his back. Earning a few back points here. Right now, Vanetta's just got to fight off his back and not give up a pin, and yet it's still a close 16-10 Claymont over New Philadelphia match. Gray earns his 3 back points as Vanetta does a great job of fighting off his back. Puts Gray up 5-0.
Heading into the final minute, first period. Mustangs on top overall, 16-10. And Gray really is giving a workout to Vanetta. Final 34 seconds. And they'll head back to the middle of the mat.
Thomas got to hit a quick first move here and try to score here in the final 30 seconds of the first period.
Dave Clarkson, the head coach for the Quakers, assisted by Dave Schlarb, Blake Miller, and Jeff Farrell.
Bobby doing a good job of just riding out Thomas here in the final 15 seconds here of the first period. Looks like he will lead 5-0 going into the second period.
Mustangs back into control on this one as we get ready for second period action here in just a moment.
Bobby again gets a little turn there of Thomas Vanetta to earn himself 2 more near fall points and take the 7-0 lead. It will be Bobby Gray's choice, who defers to Vanetta, and Vanetta chooses the neutral position to start the second period.
Hey, everywhere you look, chances are you're seeing their work. That's because the Gundy family is in its 3rd generation of providing the highest quality construction practices in Eastern Ohio through Benchmark Construction. The proof really is everywhere you look. On your next project, let Benchmark Construction prove their quality, experience, and service to you. So Gray dominated that first period in the 215-pound weight class over Thomas Vanetta. And see if he can improve on his 7-0 lead in this match.
Vanetta does throw Gray there along the edge, but does not keep his feet in to keep control. Bobby Gray inside the Claymont orange circle. That was a nice fake shot there by Bobby Gray. Able to get behind Thomas Vanetta to earn the 2-point takedown. Needs to settle back, get chest to chest here. Work for the pin as Thomas Vanetta is doing all he can to keep that shoulder blade up off the mat. Gray working to settle back. Looking to put the legs in now to flatten out Thomas
He's got plenty of time, 55 seconds to go in the second period.
There he's got good chest to chest. Once Bobby Gray worked chest to chest there, Scott, it was all over to earn Claymont another 6 points in the 215-pound weight class and put the Mustangs up 22-0 heading into the heavyweight bout.
22-10 the score. That is our 7th match as we'll go into the 8th match in the heavyweights. Josh Jackson for the Claymont Mustangs. Jimmy Seldenwright for the Quakers. Jackson a sophomore, Seldenwright a senior.
Josh Jackson comes into the match tonight, Scott, at 5-3 for the Claymont Mustangs. And Jimmy Seldenwright, a senior, as you said, comes in at 9-6. Claymont right now has really got the momentum after the overtime match of David Schlarb and Tyler Abiel, and then the quick pin by Bobby Gray.
Now the heavyweight is anything above 215?
It goes to, they just, I believe, moved that up again this year to 280 pounds, I believe. It used to be 275. I believe they moved it up to 280 or 285.
So this one about a minute and a half to go in the first period. They do have 285 on the scoreboard, so that
Tells us they
Apparently it was
moved it
the
up to
upper end of the weight class.
Yes, sir. Again, that's another rule change that the state made this year, allowing those extra 10 pounds to the heavyweights.
Selden Wright and Jackson hard at it here in this first period. 22-10, the Mustangs with the lead over the New Philadelphia Quakers, as we really are heading into the final half of this match. We'll start with the lighter weight classes here following this heavyweight battle.
Heavyweights can be pretty interesting, Scott. A lot of times the first takedown will win the match at the heavyweights, being that they do have to fight off a little more weight.
You're saying that nicely.
I'm trying to.
I wouldn't look good in a singlet either. You don't even want to imagine.
I wouldn't either.
So again, they go off the mat. They'll come back to the middle here with 42 seconds to go. In the first period, Selden Wright and Jackson battling here.
Jackson's got the double underhook right here, looking to throw Selden Wright. Selden Wright's got to keep his hips down, as he does, and works to the edge and will now go back to the center of the circle. Final 25 seconds here of the first period. Still 0-0 between the senior Jimmy Selden Wright of New Philadelphia and the sophomore Josh Jackson of the Claymont Mustangs.
Down to 10. No score here, first period. And we're going to end the first period with no score between Selden Wright and Jackson. And just enough time to tell you about George Gessner and the employees at Newton Asphalt Paving. They wish all the area teams the very best this season. For the best in asphalt paving for church, school, playgrounds, or tennis courts, call the professionals. Call Newton Asphalt Paving at 330-878-5648. That's Newton Asphalt Paving at 330-878-5648.
Selden Wright deferred here to the third period, and Josh Jackson of the Claymont Mustangs takes the bottom position, hoping to get to his feet and earn an escape in a 0-0 match.
So now we've got some action here. 0-0. And as you mentioned, 1 point here can be the difference in a win and a loss.
Selden Wright's got the arm. He's got to scoop the head right now and drive him over to his back. Josh Jackson finding himself in trouble as Selden Wright got that deep reverse half in. Looking for a pin. He needs to arch his back a little bit and lift the head of Josh Jackson and force that left shoulder blade down, and does. It makes it 22-16 as Jimmy Selden Wright of the New Philadelphia Quakers earns a pin.
And we'll be back with more in a moment after this on Big Time Sports. As we come back, the 103 weight class, Seth Kent for the New Philadelphia Quakers, Wayne Garabrand for the Mustangs, and Garabrand already up 2-1 in this one.
Wayne Garabrand, a sophomore coming in at a junior coming in at 13-1, and Seth Kent as well as a junior at 9-7. Garabrand earns another 2-point takedown to lead 4-1.
Coach Eric Tokinen says he's one of the better 103-pound wrestlers in the state of Ohio, and he's shown it here in this first period. We appreciate the help, too, with Dave Clarkson and Eric Tokinen and their staffs and helping us put this broadcast on from Claymont High School.
Garabrand's got a nice little tilt there, earning himself a good 5 count for 3 near fall points and puts him up 7-1 in the final 45 seconds here of the first period.
It's amazing how strong these wrestlers are in the lower weight classes. They really, they're very small build, but they're definitely muscular, all muscle.
Yeah, if you look at them, there's not a whole lot of body fat on these 203-pound wrestlers.
Yeah, we talked about those rules and regulations too, about the cutting weight and those types of things. Really, probably something that's been needed for a while.
It has, with with some of the unfortunate happenings across the country, especially at the collegiate level, of guys trying to cut weight and mishaps happening, and unfortunately losing lives. The state does a pretty good job of trying to control the weight loss, telling you how much you can lose per week, making sure the guys are hydrated throughout the year.
22-16 on our score. The Mustangs with the lead over the New Philadelphia Quakers in the match here. It's Garabrandt with the big 7-2 lead as we head into the second period. Scott Robinson, Jason Wallach with you here on Big Time Sports, first wrestling match of the season. For us,
Seth working the legs in here on Wayne. Nice leg counter to get the legs back out by Garabrandt. Earns himself a 2-point reversal and puts Wayne Garabrandt of the Claymont Mustangs up 9-2 over Seth Kent of the New Philadelphia
almost
Quakers.
gave Garabrandt a chance for a pin there. He flipped himself over and almost turned into a disaster.
.216 here. We're in the 103-pound weight class. The Claymont Mustangs leading the New Philadelphia Quakers.
So Garabrandt doing a good job here as we head into the final minute of the second period. Garabrandt's got Kent on his back.
Still got those shoulders parallel, or perpendicular. He's trying to get past that perpendicular point to earn himself at least a 3 count, which he does, and earns 2 back points to take the lead 11-2.
So Seth Kent having a hard time here with Wayne Garabrandt. It's 11-2 in the final 30 seconds here of the second period. Grant just trying to basically at this point ride the second period out, as he is well in command.
Wayne, a very nice looking wrestler. He continues to improve as the year goes on. Will probably be one of those guys that we're watching in March down at the Shot at the state tournament.
So Garabrandt up 11-2 as we head into the third period.
50-50 drawing. Winning number 712-586. 712-586.
And we are just about ready to go here with the third period. And I'm not sure if we have a little scoring issue here, or maybe someone's.
Yeah, I
possibly.
believe Coach Toklin is questioning the scoring here. Wayne Garabrandt leading Seth Kent at this time 11-2 as they're getting the 2 scorebooks together here, double checking the score with the official, and the official will make the final decision as of to what the score should be.
So a momentary delay. And that will give us a chance to talk to you about the great work done by Newhouse Printing. When the clock's winding down and your company's printing project deadline is fast approaching, it's time to call the graphic communication specialists at Newhouse Printing. Printing so that they can score for you by handling all of your printing needs. Newhouse Printing in Dover handles everything from graphic design, large format banners, and much more. Give them a call today at 330-343-1242 or visit their website at www.newhouseprinting.com.
Well, as we head back to action here, the official has worked things out with Coach Clarkson and Coach Tokinen, and Garabrandt is still leading 11-2. Garabrandt gets 2 reversal here. Quick and now working to pin Seth Kent. He's got him in that nice deep reverse half. Got the other arm blocked. But Kent does an excellent job of fighting off his back and only giving up the 3 near fall points. Puts Garrett Brandt up 16-2. Got an illegal, unsportsmanlike there on Wayne Garibrandt. Got a little aggressive with the elbow to the back. Cost him a point to make it 16-3. Garibrandt now going to look to turn Kent, get 2 points, and if not pin him, try to get the 5-point technical fall.
That's about what the suspense that's left in this one is. It's 16-3, actually. As we're down to 1:03 and counting. Garibrandt's been in control of this one, but Kent has done a nice job to keep from being pinned.
Got a warning caution on Seth Kent. Garibrandt going to go ahead and let Kent up, make it 17-4.
39 seconds to go. As this period winding out.
I believe that should be 16-5. I believe the official gave the wrong person a point.
Well, I think it's in the end, it's really not going to matter much. Team score would stay the same here after this match. Down to 16 seconds, 15 seconds. And now all Garibrandt's got to do is just stay on his feet, and he'll win this match. And that is going to do it, as Garibrandt is going to come out a winner. It's 26-16. And the Claymont Mustangs moving ahead here as we go to the 112-pound weight class. Pair of Codys.
Cody Knopf from New Philadelphia, a freshman at 5'10", battling another freshman, Cody Garbrandt, at 13-1. So Cody's brother Zach earlier in the match at 152 earned a pin over Travis Weigert. Cody going to work for the same here. Battle of 2 freshmen. And boy, is Cody Garbrandt quick. As he gets a quick 2-point takedown, puts Cody Knopf in the near side cradle and pins him 11 seconds into the period. What a match. What a great match.
That's a pretty fast pin there as Cody Garbrandt gives the Mustangs a little bit bigger lead at 32-16. So we'll move on to the 119-pound weight class. Kyle Ditcher for the Mustangs and Mike Schlarb for New Philadelphia.
Ditcher, a junior, coming in tonight at 11-3, and Michael Schlarb is a freshman.
We've already got a 2-point score here for Ditcher, and he is in the lead over Schlarb. So Ditcher works hard on Schlarb.
Ditcher looking for that near side cradle as well. You know, when you look at the 103, 112, 119-pound weight classes for Claymont, you know, those guys battling each other every day in practice. It's no wonder why two of them are 13-1, 14-1 now, and one's 11-3 as Ditcher puts Schlarb in the near side cradle. Working that knee in the side, trying to get the knee in the side, then get Schlarb's shoulders flat. The junior overtaking the freshman right now.
Very close to a pin situation here. 47 seconds to go in the period. The first period at the 119-pound weight class.
Michael's got to work those legs together and get Ditcher's arms broke free here. Doing all he can right now to stay off his back. It's very close.
That is a lot of strain and a lot of effort just to stay out of a pin situation.
Kyle Ditcher leading 2-0. The final 15 seconds here. Trying to work himself better, but Michael Schlarb does an excellent job of not giving up the pin to Kyle Ditcher.
So we're going to go to the second period here shortly. As Schlarb doing a nice job just to get to the second period.
Yeah, he did an excellent job there, Scott, of fighting off his back and not giving up a pin. And that's what it takes in matches like these, where the intensity's high. It's going to be a close match. You want to do everything you can to give up just 3 points and not 6.
Don't forget, we'll be naming a Manor Restaurant MVP of this match coming up. And we'll go to the second period here with Schlarb on top. And Ditcher underneath. They'll slide off the mat, head back to the middle of the mat, and we're ready to go. Claymont with an overall lead of 32-16, and really another win that just about locks up the match itself for the Mustangs. And at this point, truthfully, one of the closer matches the Mustangs have had all season.
It is, and right now with this match, 4 matches, Claymont or New Philadelphia could earn 24 points. So you're right, Scott. A win here is pretty well going to wrap things up for the Claymont Mustangs.
So it's 5-0. And a little more technical explanation, I guess, on what the official wanted to see and didn't want to see there.
I missed it, so I can't help you out there.
Yeah, thanks for pitching right in. Tried to lead you to water, but I can't make you drink,
Yes, sir. Garber hits a nice switch there to get a 2-point reversal on Schlarb, puts him up 7-0. I believe one of them was hit for a caution, was not aligned. They lined up properly.
So you were actually watching.
It's caught it out of the corner of my eye.
And again, Ditcher has Schlarb in a difficult spot.
Kyle's got to work his hips down a little bit and flatten out Michael's left shoulder to earn himself the pin. Michael's going to fight here the last 50 seconds not to give up the pin.
It's going to be a long 50 seconds.
He will. Ditcher earns himself 3 back points and takes a commanding 10-0 lead over Michael Schlarb of the New Philadelphia Quakers.
One thing you notice about the way the Mustangs have wrestled in this one, no matter how far they're ahead, they're not trying to just ride out a win. They're actually going for a pin in every match.
Yeah, that's just the mentality of Claymont wrestling. Those guys are very aggressive. They got a great mentality, and down here they live for this sport, as you can see with the packed gymnasium tonight, people standing around the mat.
Kyle Ditcher, a state qualifier last year, so it's no surprise that he's doing so well in this one right now. On the season, 11-3, and he's had a first place at the Barnesville tournament, also was 6th at the Medina tournament.
And you got to give some credit to Michael Schlarb, who's only a freshman battling a state qualifier here twice, fighting off his back, not giving up the pin as Ditcher leads Schlarb 13-0.
So we are winding down the second period. And Ditcher has just tried about everything.
A quick turn here, and it's going to earn Kyle Ditcher a 5-point technical fall victory over Michael Schlarb to improve to 12-3 in the year.
So we will take a break, and we'll come back with more in a moment. 37-16 our score. And there you get a look at the wrestling history here at Claymont, and it's a pretty impressive history as we move on now to the 125-pound match between Claymont's Aaron Jones and the Quakers' Joey Seldenwright. So we get a quick 2 points for the Quakers' Seldenwright.
Joey Seldenwright, Scott, a sophomore, coming in at 10-7, battling Aaron Jones of the Claymont Mustangs, a senior at 9-4. Seldenwright, as you said, with the early 2-0 advantage over Aaron Jones.
We quickly get tied up.
Nice reversal there by Aaron Jones to tie it up at 2-2.
People can't really appreciate how physical this sport is unless you're here actually watching it in person.
It is. It's a very physical, aggressive sport. As I was talking to Coach Ed Henry here before the match tonight, is very excited about all his, quite a few of his football players who are wrestling down here at Claymont.
Selden right now with the 1-point lead and quickly changes again.
Yeah, Seldenwright with the escape there, and then Jones with a 2-point takedown to take the 4-3 lead.
Yeah, Coach Ed Henry turned around the football program this year. The wrestling program is always great. Brian Watkins doing a great job with the Mustang basketball program. Same with the Quakers. Everything is Phil Tidrick having a little tough luck with the basketball team with some injuries, and but things are going very positively athletically at both schools.
Sure, Matt Dennison has done a great job the last few years at New Philadelphia, leading them to the playoffs last year, and an 8-2 record this year.
17 seconds to go, first period. And Aaron Jones with the lead over Joey Seldenwright. As we're off the mat, we'll get back to the middle of the mat here again. It's tough to try and coach from the side, even though you're right at the edge of the mat. When it's loud in here, it makes it very difficult to hear what the instructions might be.
It is, Scott, and when you look around and then look at all the people standing along the mat as well, over here on the Claymont side, you know, it's got to be hard for Coach Tokinen to yell out his commands to his wrestlers. But I'm sure they practice that in the wrestling room because they.
I'm sure they can hear him.
Yes.
As we go to the second period, 4-3, Jones over Seldenwright here as we begin the second period. Really, it's been a pretty good wrestling match, although Claymont's won a majority of the matches. The quickest pin of the match went to Cody Garbrandt.
Yep.
11 seconds. Outstanding effort there. That's hardly worth getting worked up over.
No. And Cody, just a freshman. Cody's going to have a great career here at Claymont if he stays injury-free. As Jones works a near side cradle here on Joey Seldenwright, earns 3 more back points to put him up 9-6. Or 9-3, as Seldenwright gets a 2-point reversal to pull back within 9-5.
So a lot of points being scored here in this 125-pound match.
Nice sit out, nice switch there by Aaron Ditcher, and then Aaron Jones, and then a nice re-switch by Joey Seldenwright. So no control was changed. Still 9-5.
It's amazing how flexible these athletes are because, I mean, they take a beating in there.
That all goes back to the strength and conditioning and flexibility, and Coach Tokinen does a great job down here with the Claymont.
Yeah, it's got to be particularly difficult on the neck when you get in a bad position trying to bridge yourself. That is tough.
Get into pain. It's just, you know, you just got to take mind over heart, or heart over mind. You know, you can't let your mind give up. You know, you let your heart take over and keep battling and keep fighting. And you know, as we have seen in these matches, anything can happen in the last few seconds of a period or in the last few minutes of a match.
The whole match can change over in just a mere instant. 22 seconds to go. Second period, the 125-pound match. Aaron Jones up 9-5 over Joey Seldenwright.
Seldenwright currently in control of Jones heading into the third period. But as you said, Aaron Jones leads Joey Seldenwright 9-5 heading into the third period. It will be Aaron Jones's choice. Jones will take the top.
And we are ready for the third period with the 9-5 lead for Jones. After this one, we've got 2 more matches to go.
Jones taking the top there and then letting Seldenwright up, make it 9-6. Good shot there by Joey Seldenwright, trying to work up the body here and take control of Aaron Jones as he climbs up the waist and gets his 2-point takedown, 9-8, Scott.
So this one's certainly tightening up, and Seldenwright, don't think he's quite done yet. As he is definitely trying to flip his opponent over if he gets a chance here.
Got a caution for Aaron Jones for stalling. Aaron's going to have to work here and keep moving, try to get an escape or a 2-point reversal here as he leads 9-8, but Bud has been hit with a warning for stalling. As Seldenwright had the armbar and lost it. Let's up Joey Seldenwright, Aaron Jones to take a 10-8 lead. Seldenwright needs a takedown now to tie it back up. No control. We're probably going to get a stalemate call here. And there's a potentially dangerous. Going to go back to the center of the
So as this third period is winding down, Jones with the 2-point edge at 10-8.
Joey Seldenwright earns a 2-point takedown to tie it up 10-10 with 40 seconds to go here in the third period. And again, Aaron Jones has already been hit with a caution for stalling. He's got to continue to work. There he's going to lose a point. He's hit with another stalling as Aaron Jones laying on the mat and Joey Seldenwright taking advantage for 11-10 lead.
So they will break loose out of that. And back to the middle of the mat with 20 seconds to go. And now some discussion about this stall call, I'm sure, that awarded basically a penalty point to Joey Seldenwright.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Tobin is not real happy with the stalling call that right now puts Jones down 1 with 21 seconds to go here in the third period. Joey was not quite on the belly button. We'll give a caution, or he may have been a little deep. They like to call it tight waist to try to control their opponent.
Well, in the comments from Coach Tokinen about Aaron Jones, he says he's a very dangerous wrestler in the top position. In this case, he's going to be in the bottom position.
Yeah, I'm not sure this is where Aaron Jones wants to be right now. He's already been hit with 2 stalling calls. 1 penalizing him and currently costing him the match to Joey Seldenwright of the New Philadelphia Quakers. Jones trying to sit out on the switch. Got 14 seconds to score here. With a little Granby roll, nothing there, no switch. No, Peterson is trying everything he can right now to score on Seldenwright, and Seldenwright, thanks to the stalling call, is going to come away with a victory and improve to 11-7 on the year.
So it's 37-19. The Mustangs with the lead over the Quakers, and we've got 2 weight classes left at 130 and 135. And at 130, it's Chuck Stout for the Claymont Mustangs, and it's Lance Felgenhaver for the Quakers.
Chuck Stout coming in at 6-6, a senior for the Claymont Mustangs. Lance Felgenhaver, a junior at 6-7.
So quickly we get the 2 points for Chuck Stout. And the Mustangs take control early of this one.
Stout currently in control, 2-0, and also in control of Lance Felgenhauser.
Great crowd on hand, terrific atmosphere. Can't wait to come back in a couple of weeks for Edison and Claymont here on Big Time Sports. As a point picked up there by Felgenhaver.
2-1. Stout to lead in Felgenhaver or Felgenhauser.
So you can watch the replay. Obviously, if you're watching our replay right now, you can watch it again on Saturday morning on the 13th at 9 a.m. Also, action coming up on a Friday night. The Dover Tornadoes play the Claymont Mustangs in boys basketball action. Saturday, a lot of actually Sunday, the Pizza Oven Classic in North Canton. 2 games, Moeller versus St. Vincent St. Mary's and Hoover versus Milwaukee South. And then on Monday in the Classic in the Country, at Highland, it's the Highland girls taking on Wadsworth. So a lot of action coming up on Big Time Sports.
Chuck still leading Lance here 2-1 as we come inside of 45 seconds here in the first period. And Stout earning another 2-point takedown to take a 4-1 lead.
So again, they get off the mat. They'll come back, center it up, and start again here in this 130-pound match. First period, 29 seconds to go.
Nice quick first move there by Lance Felgenhaver. But Chuck Stout still able to control him as they work off the edge of the mat and come back once again to the center with Stout currently leading 4-1 over Lance Felgenhaver.
Tell you what, it's been a dandy. Things could have gone either way there. Starting out at that 140-pound weight class. There were some very good matches, including one that went to 3 overtimes.
Stout just trying to hold on here to keep control as we get down to the final 7 seconds of the first period. (37-19). Scott currently the Claymont Mustangs leading the New Philadelphia Quakers as we head into the second period of the 130.
Yeah, that'll wind up the first period, going into the second period, and it's been as good as you'd expect. The Mustangs, I'm sure Coach Eric Tokinen would like to think they would be a little sharper tonight than they've been, but certainly good enough that they're going to pick up this dual meet victory.
Yeah, it's been an exciting night, up and down night for Claymont. As you said earlier, it was close there. Then we had the 3 overtime match between Schlarb and Abule, and then the 215-pound weight class won by Bobby Gray, and Josh Jackson kind of turned things around there. And
the release there got another point for Felgenhaver. As we're into the second period, just underway. Claymont High School hosting this match. Coming up in 2 weeks, we will have their match with Edison on Big Time Sports, and then we'll finish up with the Dover New Philadelphia wrestling match from the Quaker Gym on February the 1st. Scott Robinson and Jason Wallach bringing you the action tonight, and hopefully on the 2 matches to come. Jason doing a nice job. You're after my job. I don't want that.
No,
it's not good.
Absolutely not.
Maybe you're after Charlie Jones's job.
There we go. Yeah. Mellow tones.
Yeah, that might be better.
I guess I could get in the Big Time Sports. You're watching this on the Big Time, the really big time sports here since Charlie's not with us tonight.
Just stick to the wrestling.
Yeah. I guess
yeah, now everybody feels at home.
Yeah, you betcha. With old mellow tones. Stout leading 4-2 here, and now increases his lead to 6-2, taking control of Lance Felgenhaver.
He's been a starter for 2 years for the Mustangs. His best finish this year, 4th at the Barnesville tournament. So Stout, even though his record's 6-6, he's had a pretty good year.
You know, when you look down the Claymont roster, you know, even though some of these guys are 9-3, 8-4, 9-5, you know, Claymont really wrestles some tough competition, as I believe they will be leaving tomorrow to head to the always tough Top Gun tournament up in Alliance.
Yeah, that Top Gun tournament is big deal, real big deal.
Yes.
As period number 2 wraps up, the Mustangs in control of the match by a 6-2 score on this individual match, while overall they're leading at 37-19 over the New Philadelphia Quakers. One match to come after this one, a 135-pound match between Chris Kovach and Pat McCarrow.
Stout looking for the Peterson roll there, didn't get it, but then did work out and get the 2-point reversal.
Mustang wrestlers have really put themselves in danger a couple of times tonight, but they've been able to work out of it.
They have.
Stout really trying to flip Felgenhaver, but Felgenhaver doing a good job trying to stay on his stomach.
He's just got to elevate the leg there and walk to the head to get him turned there. He's earned a few back points there. Has earned his 5 counts. Needs to pull him back, settle back now, work his right shoulder down, chin him down a little bit, put that chin in the chest. Keep the arm, don't let him out, but as he does.
Gets his 3 points, and it's 11-2. Final minute of this match. In the 130-pound weight class, Chuck Stout and Lance Felgenhaver. There you see the score on the Groves Towing Service scoreboard. Appreciate the Groves being with us again this season.
Got to go back to the center here, get a restart with 26.3 ticks left on the clock. 11-2, Chuck Stout leading Lance Felgenhaver.
Stout's been in control throughout. And down to 10 seconds to go in this third period.
The New Philadelphia Quakers are going to, the Claymont Mustangs are going to take a 41-19 lead here after the 135-pound weight class.
We'll take a break. Be back with more in a moment. Stay with us on Big Time Sports. And we're back with the final match of the evening. It's our 135-pound match between Chris Kovach of the Claymont Mustangs and Pat McCarrow of the New Philadelphia Quakers. 41-19 the score for the team totals.
McCarrow for the New Philadelphia is a senior coming in at 5-9, and Chris Kovach is a senior as well for the Claymont Mustangs coming into tonight at 11-3. And Kovach has the early lead and control at 2-0.
From top to bottom, both teams have shown some promise. And, as the season goes on, everybody's going to be wrestling a little bit better. So when it comes time for individual awards and making it to the state tournament, certainly it should bode well for both teams.
Sure, we got 2 quality wrestling programs here. And, Coach Clarkson taking over for Jack Nutter, who was at New Philadelphia for quite a while, probably close to 15 years. And Coach Tokenen here at Claymont, being down here for 31 years. And these guys have just built traditions and good wrestling programs, and Kids give a lot of effort, as we have seen tonight, for both teams on a mat here in the spotlight.
Kovac, a senior captain,
puts McCarroll in the near side cradle and earns a 2 near fall, and Pat does a good job of kicking out and getting back to his belly. Just needs to belly out here and not give up any more back points. Already trailing 4-0 with 40 seconds to go here in the first period.
this already is going to be the closest match that Claymont's had so far this year.
Yeah, most definitely. Their other 4, I believe, 69-16 or something was the closest match they've had. They've won 46-14, 51-13, 55-18, and 69-6 in their other 4 duels.
So this first period winding down in our 135-pound match. Kovac already ahead, 4-0, and that is going to do it. So the quick pin, or check. So that will add to the final total, 47-19. We'll come back and wrap things up for you in a moment as you stay with us right here on Big Time Sports. The Claymont Mustangs with an impressive win over the New Philadelphia Quakers, 47-19 in high school wrestling action. This is the Edelweiss Tavern and Inn wrap-up show, and as we take a look at some of the matches, a couple of pins, and really dominated by the Mustangs from top to bottom, Jason.
Yeah, it was a good, New Philadelphia gave a great effort, and came up short in a few matches, but as you said, most of them came down to pins by the Claymont Mustangs. You look back over we had anything from an 11-second pin by Cody Garbrandt to a 6-period match win by Tyler Abule, going to triple overtime to beat David Schlarb. So it's been an exciting evening here, and great environment, loud crowd. It's been a great experience here, my first time down here at Claymont.
Yeah, we appreciate you helping us out as you did a great job with our wrestling match here tonight. Before or after the game, try the Edelweiss Tavern in downtown Sugar Creek. During the week, you want to try their delicious lunch and dinner specials. And on Friday and Saturday, they feature Italian pasta and the very best steak and prime rib in the county. The Edelweiss Tavern in downtown Sugar Creek. We'll see you there. And we also have time to talk about our Manor Restaurant MVP for our wrestling match. And the award goes to Cody Garbrandt of the Claymont Mustangs, as he turns out and has an 11-second pin at the 112-pound weight class, and he is our Manor Restaurant MVP. The Claymont Mustangs defeat the New Philadelphia Quakers 47-19 in our first high school wrestling match of the season.